No, shout out my cousins in the Philippines, bro, because they really they experience shit out there.
Yeah.
Right? And the fact that all the events throughout the week came to this, and I can tell it, and it's not just like the shit that happened like yesterday. It was the shit that you told me today too. So watch. So listen.
Wait, shit that I told you today?
Yeah.
I told you today?
yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So my cousins, they came over from the Philippines, and they were just staying for like a week, right? And one of the guys, when I first came here, they're like, "Yo, bro, I watch your podcast. Like, you and Carlos are cool as fuck, right?" And then he's like, "Yo, the Mexican guy's cool as fuck." But I'm not Mexican. I'm Filipino. But then I'm like, nah, he's Filipino. And then I'm like, yeah, bro, like, do you have any ghost stories? And I'm like barely listening to him because I'm like half awake, right?
Yeah, he's late.
So the guy goes, oh yeah, like I have a third eye.
Oh, shit.
So I'm like, okay, that's cool because my mom has a third eye, and doesn't really see shit, right?
But he sees.
But his is way more active than my mom's third eye.
Active,
right? So obviously, there's not a lot of rooms in my house, and there's a bunch of people staying. All my cousins staying at my house in Pickering, right? So one of them is staying in the basement, right? And if you know my basement, I've talked a lot about how there's a long hallway, and whenever I go down there, it's always like I get jitters, or it's like it feels weird. I do that thing where I run up the stairs real quick, right?
Yeah.
And I'm an adult, right? So I shouldn't even be scared of the basement no more, right? So the guy, he said, oh yeah, we put him in the basement. He said, oh, when I first got there, he said, oh, may basita ka? And in Filipino, that means, oh, there's another guest in my basement?
No.
So he goes to my mom, he says, Tita, is there another guest? And my mom's obviously like, no, what? You guys are the only ones sleeping down there.
Yeah.
And obviously, when he realized that it wasn't a guest, he went back down there, and whatever entity he saw, he didn't look at it because he didn't want to look at it in the eyes because his is very active, right? Because if he looked at it, he said he would have died.
No, wait, what?
Yeah. Because that's the thing where it's like if you look at a ghost straight in the eye, you might actually die.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So what he said is when he was sleeping, he heard steps in the hallway. She said,
at your house,
yeah, at my house.
That's fucked.
He said it really likes the hallway and it goes into the bathroom a lot.
Yeah.
Right? And it made perfect sense because our bathroom door creaks when nobody is there around it.
Oh, shit.
So it's all making sense, right? And he said specifically, he didn't look at the eyes, but he saw really thin legs. And I'm like, bro, you're describing it? I'm like, this is actually for real? Like, you're not lying?
No, because when it's in detail like that, bro's not lying.
Bro.
He's not lying.
And when I tell you, so I came home late at night, right? And I look down in the basement to see if they're sleeping, right? And I see a light open, right? By the hallway that he was talking about. And I'm like, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, why'd you guys turn off the light? Because our basement has a light of switches. So maybe they didn't know which one. He said, no, bro, I did that on purpose because if it's dark there, it's gonna come in and come play with us or something, whatever it was. And he said it made sense why she or he was there, because if a space is vacant for so long, ghosts like to move into that space. And they fight. So you know how you're not in your apartment for so long? Maybe say for a week. He said even for a week they'll move in and they'll move out.
Word. Yeah. That's how spirits work.
Yeah, and he said when he was here, obviously he didn't find no bad spirits.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
But in my space, he said there is a spirit. We don't know if it's good or bad. If it was bad, something would have happened already.
Yeah.
Right? But I think it is a good spirit.
Damn, bro.
It's fucked.
So he literally sees and feels spirits daily, like on the regular.
Yes.
Did you ask him like he sees it during the day at all?
During the night predominantly, but during the day, no.
So he wouldn't just be like on the bus and shit and just like...
No. It usually happens at night. Oh, and also, if you ever slept in my basement, obviously a basement is cold, right? But he said when it comes to like 1 to 3, it gets really freezing cold. Like, I'm telling you, like...
that's when the spirit...
Yeah, and he said that's when you know the presence is there because it's colder.
Nah.
You know what I mean? And
Yo, what the...
So look, this is how it connects to what you told me.
Yeah.
you said that there was a comment. Tell them what the comment said. Okay.
So there was a comment. Like I think a few days ago I saw, but it was a girl.
Yeah.
And she said, "Gavin, I'm a witch.
Yeah.
And I sense like a female spirit on you, but she seems to like you, so I don't think she's bad."
Yeah. So look, if you connect it, I really believe what my dad said too. He was like, "Yeah, I actually believe that's our grandma."
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and you were thinking that too.
I was exactly thinking that.
Exactly.
Like right when I read it, like I felt like, oh, that's what it is.
Yeah. So I'm like,
no doubt. Like I'm like, yeah, that's what it is.
That's why I feel that too. Which is why it's like it's not a bad ghost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like that shit was just there.
It's just a good spirit.
It's just a good spirit. You know what I mean? And they gave me this from the Philippines, straight from the Philippines, to protect me from everything too. So.